Hey guys, welcome into this space. My name's Julie, and this is Lighthouse Intuitive Tarot. And today is April the 9th of 2025. I wonder what made me say August. Maybe something that comes up here today is going to be, something that plays itself out in August. Who knows? I started this day in meditation, and I was noticing that I was really kind of hearing this. How did it go? It was basically like somebody saying over and over to themselves, like, I've got to keep trying. I've got to keep working on this. I've got to keep pushing. Like, I've got to keep driving this forward. I've got to keep, so that kind of energy of keep going, keep going, keep going, a really pressing energy. And then what I was getting from spirit in that, meditation was that the answer isn't about continuing to push, push, push. The answer is within yourself. So it's not actually going to be a question of getting more things done or changing things, to arrive at the result that you're seeking, whatever that is. It's more about if you aren't aligned inside of yourself with the energy that you're either, like, it depends on what the thing is, but like, let's say it's something that you feel unworthy of, and so you keep trying harder and harder and harder until you're aligned with the energy of, say, feeling worthiness within yourself. It won't matter what level of effort is ever put in, right? Because it won't align. So that was what spirit was really saying. Like, whoever this message is for, whoever I'm tapping into, you need to slow down a little bit and do a little bit of self-examination if that resonates for you, and look at, what it is that you're running, like what kind of like hamster wheel are you running on, and what are the things that are driving you forward, and can you take the focus off of that, all this, like, I got to push harder, I got to do more, and actually just look at what is it in you that isn't aligning to being in more of a state of flow. Okay, now this oracle that just fell out from the Voice of Souls is a message of love, and it's card number 34. So a message of love, there we are. I feel like right out of the gate that meditation and that message from spirit is exactly that. It is a message of love, right? To sort of remind us that we are already worthy of everything by divine birthright, and by virtue of the fact that we've, incarnated and decided to be here, because we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And nothing in this realm is outside of us or separated from us. But we have to examine what it is we believe about ourselves and what we believe about our existence and our lives, right? So whatever this drive is, spirit's lovingly saying, love yourself more and focus on meditating more towards your own. Okay, so repression is another oracle that we're getting here. Card number 22. So repression is something that we all have within us. We all repress certain things as human beings. And a lot of times we repress things that we feel that we're either going to be rejected over, or we repress things that we feel are out of alignment with other things in our lives that we value, or we feel that, as I said, that either we are going to reject ourselves for expressing, or others are going to reject us for expressing. And so things get buried. But with repression, it's important to understand that anywhere that we plug away these thoughts that we are repressing down, or these past circumstances, they park and hold a lot of emotional energy. And emotional energy is what happens when our thoughts take on, a life of their own in a lot of ways. Like, our thoughts create an emotion, and then that creates actions and results based on how we drive ourselves forward, right? So this idea of repression is also part of the message of love. Have the courage to dig up the parts of you that you have buried away, maybe feelings of unworthiness. I keep getting that strongly, and I'm not trying to trigger anything, but that's kind of what this message is telling me, that there's somebody out there that's really repressing some stuff within themselves that it's just time to take a look at, because it will actually bring freedom. It'll bring freedom from being overly incarnated into your material self, and it'll get you back into your spiritual awareness of being an infinite being who is having a sentient being experience in a body here. And you'll remember that you are so much more than that, and you're connected to so much more than that. We all are, okay? So that's Spirit's message of love. I'm going to jump into the tarot. Let's see what we get. Remember, this is a collective reading. If that wasn't something, that message there, if that wasn't resonant for the overall, then I'm sorry that was so specific. But if that does resonate for you, then I'm glad that Spirit was able to get that through. So far, we've got the Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Hearts. It connects right in. So Temperance is about balance. It's major arcana. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune right on it, which is another major arcana. So it's basically saying that we're moving towards healing. So this action will be healing. And that it's going to actually shift the wheel out of this cycle of pain and heartbreak and feeling just not good enough. Not feeling, worthy, or not feeling connected, or feeling abandoned. That's what the Three of Swords kind of energy is. So death is showing up to say that's over. And another major arcana. Wow, we've got a lot of big energy here. So this reading is very powerful. I mean, when you get a message like that Spirit's basically saying, hey, calm down, don't push so hard. You are good enough. You're doing just fine. And you are deserving of all that is good that comes to you. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. How beautiful. Okay, so basically Temperance energy, healing energy, and Aquarian energy coming in here. It's really, really nice. This card is all about finding your way and kind of getting back on track with a feeling of balance and healing and restoration. And the Wheel of Fortune is a shift in the fortune. Generally speaking, it's a celebratory energy. Of course, it can mean that the wheel goes either way and we don't know which way it's going to go. The important thing with the Wheel of Fortune to remember in that energy is to basically, if you are in alignment and if you are keeping your energy high vibing and you're checking in with the emotions that create all kinds of higher vibrational energy, things like love, gratitude, joy, appreciation, community, sharing, generosity, all these things that allow you to feel good, genuinely good. When you stay in that level of energy, then you're really in an attraction mode towards good things. So the Wheel of Fortune just reminds you to stay there, okay? Even though we all experience this kind of stuff, whatever it is that you're hiding from yourself, it's not actually hidden. It's taking its toll in ways that maybe are just unseen to you, right? But doesn't mean they're not felt. They're felt. And it's time to let that energy go. Death to that cycle. Finish that cycle. That needs to just be closed out and done so that a new beginning can come through. Ace of Swords. This is a gift from the universe. Whenever we look at an ace, it's basically cycle. Something has ended that was unhealthy and that needed to go. But it does require our courage to allow it to go or to do the work, whatever it is. In this instance, it sounds like something needs to get dug up because it's been repressed. So that grave needs to be opened right back up. And the toxic emotion, thought, feeling, old narrative, incorrect belief, the fears, basically, that needs to get ripped away. And it needs to be allowed to die, and that energy needs to be sent away from your aura and your person, because the universe is trying to bring in this gift, and this gift is of truth, clarity, and it is insightful. It'll be personally insightful, and I feel very strongly that it'll have a lot to do with advancing you in your own personal growth, and then that, of course, is what leads us into 10 of Cups. Or 10 of Pentacles, rather, which is the feeling of total security. you know, happy family, happy life, stable, you know, provided for, feeling abundantly connected, both emotionally and materially, because you can see that two people are sharing this, you know, and they're in the light of the sun. And so, you know, all of this is a very joyful, joyful energy. It's a very joyful card. And it's saying that this is what's in store to replace this, but you have to let it. You have to let it. And it's no use putting a Band-Aid over it any longer, because repression doesn't take a Band-Aid. So bottom of the deck, we're looking at 4 swords. This is also a card of healing. It's also a card that advises towards rest, care for self, and possibly even some meditation. You know, maybe considering the 3 of Swords and then using the sword, the ace here, the gift, the additional sword, to cut away the heartbreak and the negative thoughts and the things that are basically keeping you stuck, right? And whatever is repressed. It will lead to the freedom and the joy and the stability and the growth that is abundant and prosperous, which is where we all want to be, right? So it was 11:11 on the timer just a second ago when I said it would lead to freedom. And that is a really beautiful energy. It is a balanced energy, 6 of Pentacles under that. So, and 4 of Pentacles, which gives the 10 of Pentacles again. So, you know, solid foundation, reciprocity, community. This is looking really, really good. Oh, and then the Emperor beyond that. Wow. Yeah, it's lovely messaging. So hopefully that resonates for somebody out there, and, you know, seek help if you need it to get through whatever it is that you're, you know, unraveling within yourself, to, you know, get to that other side, to get to that place where you know yourself just a little bit better. And so then we show up better, right? For anyone, for everyone, most importantly for ourselves. Let's just see if there's an angel wisdom. Deservingness. Wow. Look at that. You can't make it up, right? Deservingness. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. So yeah, it ties right back into what I was hearing in meditation, that, you know, I just got to do. You don't, I mean, we all do, yeah, but maybe not that much. You're already deserving to have all those good things come in. You just have to align internally and believe you are, okay? Much love and light. We'll see you again. Bye.